Hi everyone, this is Tara from Createlifepaperwords here, and today I've got for you part 2 of my week 26. So what I decided to do is I had to split my album into 2, mainly because I just have absolutely no room for anything past 6 months. So what I decided to do is I did week 26 in 2 parts. The first part is June 28th to 30th. And then part 2 starts on July 1st. So that's what I'm going to show you today. So the first thing that I did is I have this little card. It's right here. It's from the Galileo Studio Calico, and it is just a 4x6 from their paper pack. And so I picked it because it says the beginning on it, and I thought that would be a very fitting sort of title page for my part 2 album. So all I did was use some July wood veneer, which I colored black with my StazOn, a little bit of washi tape, these week alphas and 26, and then I just put the date on there. And then all I did was hole punched it and stuck it in my album. So I then did an insert, and I'll show you what this one looks like. So it's Canada Day, July 1st in Canada is Canada Days, so I just did a little insert. I got these cards from the add-on pack with Studio Calico for June as well, and I thought they would just be fitting and that I'd probably be able to use them. So I didn't use all the cards that came in the pack, but I'm definitely going to save them for later. So all I did was I just stuck them in. I didn't do a lot on these ones. I did a little bit of journaling on here. I used this as a stamp, home. And then I put CAN, mainly because I didn't have enough A's on this map of Canada. And then on the back side I have Oh Canada. I did a little more journaling and then some pictures that I had taken from that day. We didn't really do very much festive wise. My husband was supposed to work and we kept waiting for him to have to go in, and he never did. So okay, and then what I did is I have this another little insert. I was just having lots of fun with the inserts this week, and this one is just sort of detailing the food that we had. We had made some really nice meals. So this one right here, I have the More Please, and that's from Color Cast Designs. And again, I just colored that black with StazOn. I had taken a picture and I layered it on some Teal Lime Press cards. And then stuck some washi behind it. Thought it needed just a little bit more color. And then what I did is I printed off the recipe and I stuck it in behind the cards. So it's a little tight in there, but it is in there, so you can see that. And if you turn it over, it's got the actual, what the recipe was. Just stick that back in. And then I did a little shaker card. I had printed out two pictures actually in a 2x2 size. And I just thought it'd be fun to put those in there. And then I did some sequins. I've got like a coppery gold and then a soft blush color. And so all I did is I used my fuse and I just went around there. And then on this last one here, I also did another one of our foods that we did, but I took the picture and kept it as a 3x4. I put this hashtag Get in My Belly, and again that's from Color Cast Designs Foodie collection. And then what I did for this one is I attached a little label to the recipe and stuck it behind. And then on this side, you can see I've got another picture of my daughter right there. And then I actually had taken a picture of my 2015 part 1 album, and I just took a picture of that and stuck it onto a card from Teal Lime Press. So moving on, I didn't have a lot of pictures from July 2nd, July 3rd, and July 5th, but I did have quite a few for July 4th, and that's because we did what my husband and I call a date day with our kids. So everything that's on this page is all from our date, and then I did some journaling on there, and I did a lot of labels. So these labels I've just printed off. You can find them on my Pinterest page, which is at Create Life Paper, and they're under the printables board. These two cards right here, this July is actually a 4x6, and then this 4 is a 3x4, and so I just attached the 4 on top of the July, and then I found this fun gold ampersand and I put that on there. Those are from the Teal Lime Press, as are these ones right here. And then I just did some stamping right here. I did some journaling around this one, and these two cards go together. So all I did was took a screenshot of the movie trailer that I pulled up from Google, printed it off, and then attached it to this page right here. And then to make these collages, these ones right here, all I used for that actually was the Pick Stitch app. And I stuck them in there, and that's what gives me the borders as well. Printed them off as a 4x6. So pretty easy. I didn't really do a lot this week, or I guess for this day, just because I guess I was feeling a little lazy. But and then the last one I'm going to show you. So I haven't yet done anything for the beginning of week 27, but I did do something fun for the end of week 27, and we had a mini road trip. And so what we did is we visited this place called Heritage Park. It's in Calgary, Alberta, and it pretty much is a place where they have all these old historic buildings, and they actually made it into like a small little town, and you can go around, you go in the houses. They have all these character actors, and they're dressed in full period costume. So we had a really, really fun time. It's one of my favorite places that I've been when I was a kid, and so it's really fun to take my children there. And so I had been on Instagram, and I had seen that Paint Paper Studio had actually done little mini ones to go in her album, and she printed them as 3x3. So what I did is I ended up doing all of these with the Project Life app. And then I printed them as a 4x4. So I exported as 8x8. I don't know if there's a difference between exporting as 8x8 or 12x12. But I exported as 8x8 and then printed them all. And I'm super, super happy with how they turned out. I actually printed up 3 sets of these. And the reason for that is I'm going to do one set for my parents in a little 4x4 mini album. And then I'm also working on Little Summer Joy. And that's a 4x4 album for myself as well. So I wanted to put them into our main album, but I'm also going to have them in my 4x4 album. And then because I only had 8 4x4s, I printed off this card from the Teal Lime Press. It's from one of her new summer kits. And it just says, it's got a geotag, says adventure starts here. And then I just wrote the dates and where we went. And I just thought it was sort of fitting for that. So anyways, that is the beginning of my album number 2 for 2015. Hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more. Thanks.